Customize your screening settings in indueD.
Please be advised that all information shown in this video, including but not limited to ratings, scores, and credit information, is fictitious and is for demonstration purposes only. This data is not based on actual events and should not be interpreted as an accurate reflection of reality.
To ensure your screening results align with your internal compliance policy, it's important to customize the default screening settings. The default settings are a starting point, but they may not fully match your specific needs. To adjust the screening settings, go to the back office and select Screening Settings. Please note that only admins have access to this. Adapting the settings by including or excluding specific indicators will influence the number of potential matches during false positive management. Sanctions refer to the various sanction lists you can include in your screening process. These include sanctions, such as the OFAC and EU sanction lists, asset freezes, embargoes, and international lists such as those from Interpol and the FBI. For a complete overview of the lists included, please refer to the Sanction Lists section. You can choose to select or deselect specific lists to include or exclude them from your screening results. Additionally, you can decide whether to exclude expired sanctions from your screening results. PEP refers to a politically exposed person. Due to their position and influence, there is a higher risk that a PEP may be involved in corruption. It is optional to include or exclude all PEP-related indicators, or to select specific ones. Also, you can exclude former PEP-related hits based on the number of years of inactivity. Adverse media refers to any unfavorable information found in the international media, highlighting the risks of doing business with individuals or companies with a negative media profile. It is important to know that adverse media is only included after a thorough quality process. Information is only considered reliable if supported by sufficient evidence. Rumors from a sole source are not enough. Instead, inclusion is based on credible reports such as official investigations or convictions. You can decide whether to include adverse media in your screening settings and choose which topics are relevant to your company. Also, you can exclude expired news items based on a specified number of years. The ownership threshold refers to which shareholders or ultimate beneficial owners should be screened according to your compliance policy. The ownership threshold only considers shareholders or ultimate beneficial owners with a percentage that equals or is higher than the one selected. For example, if your ownership threshold is set at 25%, only shareholders or ultimate beneficial owners who own 25% or more of the company would be screened. Stakeholders below this threshold, such as a shareholder with 10% ownership, would not be included in the screening process. If you're uncertain about which threshold percentage to choose, we recommend reviewing your organization's legal obligations. Match confidence measures how closely a name in D&B's data matches with a name in the Dow Jones database, expressed as a percentage. When the match confidence percentage for a company or person meets or exceeds the threshold set in your screening settings, the potential match will appear in false positive management. If you're unsure which match confidence percentage to select, you can begin with the default setting and adjust it as you gain experience with the results. Decide whether to screen all managers or only the most senior one. Note that the most senior manager is determined by their length of service with the company, not necessarily by rank. This could be any type of manager, such as the CFO, CEO, or COO. If your license includes subsidiaries, you can activate their screening here. The automated false positive management helps reduce the number of false positives to be manually reviewed. Dow Jones uses DUNS numbers to identify most companies in its database. With automated false positive management, potential matches are automatically rejected or confirmed based on DUNS number comparisons. If the numbers differ, the match is rejected; if they match, it is confirmed. The automatic rejection for natural persons considers the presence of dates of birth, nationality, and gender of individuals. The false positive mutualization provides an overview of decisions made by other indueD users. Validation, rejection, or split between validation and rejection. If a potential match has already been reviewed by other indueD users, you will see the percentage and number of users that have validated or rejected the potential match. Please note that the decisions are completely anonymous. Activating the mitigated risk introduces an additional status to the false positive management. The mitigated risk status is a confirmed match for which you want to neutralize the risk. The company or person subject to a potential match is validated, but the related risk will not be considered in the global compliance score due to the risk mitigation. If you wish to take an even deeper dive into the screening settings, the Nomenclature provides 3 standard options for assigning risk levels to events in the Dow Jones database. To view or modify a nomenclature, simply export it, make any adjustments, and import it back in. Please note that customizing the nomenclature is not mandatory. After adjusting the screening settings according to your company's compliance policy and risk appetite, click Update to save the settings for all future screenings. An overview of the history of the screening settings can be found in the settings logs.